Hey y'all, welcome. I am Nerdcules, and today we are gonna do our daily fit. Now I know that working out sucks, okay? I'm right there with you, but it's 2023. We're starting it off right? We made our New Year's resolutions, and we're probably already 3 days in, and so they don't mean anything anymore, right? Wrong, friend, wrong. You are wrong, okay? They mean something, a little tiny bit. And that little bit that it means is that we're gonna stick to it, okay? At least long enough to pretend that we sort of care about New Year's resolutions, that we care a little bit about getting fit. Now, I'm right there with you guys. I love playing board games, video games, reading comics, and I would much rather be doing that right now than working out in my garage. But on the same note, I wanna live a long time. Right? So getting fit and staying fit, that's the best way to do it, okay? So hopefully we do this together and it doesn't suck quite so much. So we're gonna do a routine today. It's gonna take about 30 minutes. We'll mix in some strength training, some cardio, but we're gonna get it all started now with just doing some stretches to warm up, okay? So just kind of stretch our arms here, get loosened up. We're gonna take about maybe 90 seconds to do this. You know, you could do a couple of minutes of this, but it's really kind of a mixture of like getting your body loose. And so for me, it's like, you know, my shoulders, my knees, like all those kinds of major joints, kind of want that stuff to loosen up. Kind of do some windmills there. Arms nice and loose. You wanna, if you're stretching like this, you wanna feel it kind of right in the front of your leg, right here, right? Anytime you're stretching, no matter what muscle, you know it's a good stretch if it's uncomfortable, but not painful, right? If you hear like a or a pop sound, that's bad, okay. Go to the doctor. But if it's like, oh yes, I've not stretched this leg muscle in a little bit, and then it's like, okay, you know, if you kind of feel that tension, that's okay. That's kind of getting it loosened up, right? So just kind of stretch a little bit, and then definitely want to do like little frog pose. Get your groin stretched out. Pulling your groin muscle would suck, okay? So, if you subscribe here, you're gonna hear me say that a lot. You don't ever wanna pull your groin muscle. That would suck. So, that is information that I feel like they never teach you in school. Your parents never teach you. But my God, it's gotta be up there in like top 3 life lessons. Don't pull a groin muscle. So stretch it out, right? And then we're gonna start here, get our heart rate up. First goal is doing, we'll do 75 jumping jacks. Okay, so here we go. Twenty. 30. 40. 50. 60. 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew. All right. Got a heart rate up, a little over 100. That's great. We're gonna jump to some sit-ups now. If you don't have a bench, don't worry about it. You just do it on the floor, you good? But the goal here is keeping your heart rate up this whole time during this warm-up, right? So we wanna kinda keep it rolling. So we're gonna try and do 50 sit-ups. As you're doing this, You really want to try and go all the way down and then all the way up, okay? Try to not be pulling with your legs too, because that's gonna mess up. Then you kind of cheat and you're not really working your abs, right? So that's what we're gonna go for first. We'll do the old hands behind the head, why not? Could be like we're in gym class again. Oh man, so many nightmares of being 13 years old. All right, here we go. 20. 30. 40. 50. Oh, Lord. So, you guys might notice that I am not in amazing shape. Okay, if you're new to this channel, I'm not like a physical fitness trainer. I am a PE teacher, so I'm not like a total boo-foo off the street, but I know a little bit about health and fitness, but I'm not like some ex-pro athlete or, you know, some super ripped guy, like, you know, nothing, right? So I'm just doing this because I want to get fit. I know how important it is to get in shape, and I want to help you get there too. But just so you know, I'm right there with you, okay? Like, you're gonna see me struggle a lot. So as I struggle, then you can feel better if you're struggling on your own, not, you know, on the internets in front of, hopefully, someday millions of people. So, that being said, I'm doing a really bad job keeping my heart rate up. We gotta keep going. Remember, during this warm-up time, we wanna keep that heart rate going as fast as we can. And of course, we have Apex in the background, because what else is more motivating than Apex? So, and I don't know if this was 100 greatest clips, I don't know, something cool. Anyway, all right, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna transition into some push-ups. Goal is to do 40 push-ups. The reason the goal is 40 push-ups is because there's been a couple of studies that have been done, not least of which one by the American Heart Association, that found that adults who are able to do 40 consecutive push-ups were generally healthy. So it's actually a really good baseline measurement of health. Now, if you can't do 40, if you can do 4, no sweat, okay? That's no problem at all. I haven't been working out forever, but a little bit before I started just now. So I can do, you know, maybe 25 before it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna fall and eat the ground, right? So we're gonna do 40. You're gonna see me break in the middle. If you need a few more breaks, go for it, okay? But when you're doing a push-up, the goal is to be down on the ground, right? Up on your toes, hands kind of shoulder length apart, with your head slightly in front of it, so that your arms are kind of where your shoulders are, right? You want to do your best to keep your back totally straight. Then all you do is you go down and up. You don't want to ever transfer your weight onto the ground though, okay? So we're going to try and do as many as we can. Take a break, then we'll get to 40. All right, here we go. So, 25, gonna take a break for a sec. Finish out with the last 15. I could tell there was a good time to do a break because one, I was about to collapse, but two, you probably saw like my back started to arch some, right? And so when you feel yourself losing that form, when you're like not in that pure plank mode, just going up and down, but your back is getting a little wavy, or your hands are pivoting inward, that's your body trying to correct the weight and shift it to other areas than the top part of you, right? So that leads to bad form, leads to cheating, but it could end up hurting you. So that's when it's like, hey, good time, let's take a break, catch my breath, no sweat, beats are at 110, so I'm still okay, right? Don't want it to drop below 100, doing all right, but can't take too long. So, gotta get back into it. Finish up with these last 15. All right. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Four more. Two more. Oh, all right. 8 and 40. Woo, bully for us. All right, so I like to do jumping jack sit-ups, push-ups. That's kind of my typical warm-up, right? So then we want to look at what are we going to get into today? What kind of part of the body are we going to be focusing on? Now last time, focused on curls, right, with some dumbbells. So today, we're going to shift it up a little bit. Since we did arms before, this time we're going to do a little bit more core and legs. Okay, so what that means is we're going to do some squats. It's going to be super fun. All right, okay? So what I'm going to be lifting is this, right? Mule near. I'm worthy apparently. Mule near here is my 35-pound kettlebell, okay? So the thing is that it has these ridges that just literally just shred your hand. So that's why I opt to wear gloves. You may have a different looking kettlebell that's way less cool, and you know, that sucks for you. But you're probably not ripping up your hands, okay? If you don't have a kettlebell, great option. It's like filling a milk jug with some sand. You get a Homer bucket. Those are kind of big for, you know, like the $5 buckets from Home Depot. Kind of big, but they work, right? Otherwise, you may want to invest in kind of some basic gym equipment like the kettlebell, okay? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna hold our kettlebell. There's a bunch of exercises we could do, but today what we're gonna do is just focus on some squats, okay? So, you're gonna put left hand above the right, keep it right about in front of our belly button. Kind of want to make sure our legs are squared up with our shoulders so that our weight is distributed. We're going to bend down. When we bend down, trying to make our head go down in a straight line and our butt goes out the back, okay? You got to get that booty out, because if you don't, your center of gravity is going to be thrown off. You're going to fall over, all right? So we're going to do 10 of these. Here we go. 10. Oh, holy hell. That's a lot harder than it looks. Whew. All right, I'm gonna take a sec here. Breathe. All right, that feels good. Then what I do is I switch arms, right? Because the hand that's at the top inevitably is bearing a little more weight. So, switch arms. So now my right hand is on top. We're gonna do 10 more, okay? So, let's see how this goes. All right, here we go. Oh my God, that is tough. All right, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna do another set of 10 for each legs, holding it each way, which kind of makes me sad to say. But in the meantime, because we need a second, unless you black out or something, gonna ease up a little bit, especially because, man, that's tough. Mine's a 35-pound weight, and I don't know, for me it's heavy. If you can do more, rock on, yo. If you're doing less, rock on, yo. Doesn't matter, right? You just wanna feel that you're pushing yourself. That's the goal. So, in the meantime, we're gonna do both legs, left and right, doing 10 sets. Sorry, a set of 10 on each side of lunges. Okay, so for this, just want to be careful. You kind of keep your hands out so you don't lose your balance. You do it forward or to the side. Okay, we just step forward and then down. Your knee touches the ground and back. All right, so 1, 2, 2 on the left side, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Just finish up this 10 lunges with both legs, right? Found a new fix video, so that's good. And now we're gonna finish up our focus today with 10 more squats for with each arm on top, right? So we're gonna start 10 squats, left arm on top, for left hand on top. Right, and here we go. 1, 2, 3. Now as you do this, I'm telling you, you feel those groin muscles tighten up. So earlier when we were stretching them, hell yeah, you will be much happier later that you did that now. So, I lost track. I think there's 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, switch hands. I want to keep it belly button level. Do our final 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Awesome. 10. Whew. There we go. Catch your breath for a minute. Of course, get some water. Staying hydrated before, during, and after. Always incredibly important. So, you get some water. We're gonna finish up today with some cardio on the elliptical. All right. Kind of dead from the squats and the lunges, but that's okay. We're gonna finish up doing some cardio, do 1 mile on the elliptical. All right, so here we go. You gotta keep our heart rate up that entire time. Remember, never want to drop below 100. You should probably take this moment to say though, we'll go over like max heart rate and how to calculate that in a future episode. But very important that when you're working out, you stay under your maximum heart rate, okay? For most people, that's gonna be somewhere in the 170s. For good measure, I like staying, when I'm doing like vigorous activity, in the 150s to 160s. You know, you can check that like with a watch, whatever. Check it with your pulse too. Holding your carotid artery, just checking it for 15 seconds or so. We'll go over it in a future episode, but just remember, magic number, really don't ever want to drop below 100. Probably don't ever want to go above 160 while you're working out. So, if you guys are like me, when you're working out, you get super bored because working out is boring, right? What about what I am doing looks fun, right? Moving nonstop, I'm like struggling to stay alive. Not super fun, right? On top of it, not super mentally stimulating. So, my mind tends to wander. And something I've been thinking about is how much I loved the last couple of weeks in gaming, right? Like, after Thanksgiving, all these companies, they do these awesome wintertime events. So it's like, I had a wintertime event, like an Overwatch, you know, Fortnite, Apex. Oh my God. The winter train in Apex is digital crack. I love that thing. Oh, it's fantastic. Nothing about it disappoints, right? Except for the fact that for whatever moronic reason, Respawn decided we have this awesome mode. Let's put it in the game for approximately 9 days out of the year. That's it. Like, what a load of crap, right? We gotta wait a whole freaking year for Christmas Train? F that. Bring it back. Just give it other names. MLK Junior Day Train. Love it, right? Leprechaun Train. Boom. Easter Bunny Train. Maypole Train. Pride Train. Independence Train. I mean, there should be a new train, literally, every 2 to 3 weeks. It's just themed differently. That'd be dope. I'd love that. Granted, I would probably lose my job. Family and friends would think I was abducted. All I would do is play the train, but still, come on. Come on. Once a year for 9 days is not enough. Okay, not enough. You gotta bring that back. On that note though, what Fortnite does is pretty fun. I like all the gifts. That's always pretty cool. And I really like when the map is done up all Christmassy with the gifts. Like when you're hiding in a bush. Bush has lights all over it. That's fun. Dig that. That's very cool. I would say a game that doesn't have like Christmas events, right? Not a live service game, but is phenomenal at Christmas time is Spider-Man Miles Morales. Oh man, so good. Right? NYC at Christmas, forget about it. New York City is the greatest city on the planet. Greatest, okay? I live near Seattle. Seattle's top 5. Seattle's phenomenal too. But NYC, oh buddy,
That's where it's at. No greater city on earth than New York City. It's true. It's true, friend. And there's no better hero than Spider-Man. And Miles, right alongside Peter, Gwen, man, those iterations of Spider-Man, that's where it's at. And so, the game is just radical. I love it. Just swinging around. You get that vibe. Go by Rockefeller Center, reenact some Home Alone 2 with Miles. I mean, that's where it's at, dude. We're at half a mile. If you subscribe to this channel, and if you haven't, you should, you will know that we are at a half-mile mark, because it is at that point that my elliptical squeaks. So there you go, friend. You hear that squeaking, you're like, oh man, it's like shoes on a basketball court. That means I'm halfway there. I'm halfway to that mile, son. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, see, and it gets quiet. We're at 0.6. Downhill, baby. Let's go. Now, I will say, coming back to Spider-Man for a minute, specifically those two games, right? Two Insomniac games. I love that they base them around holidays. So you have Halloween, and that's awesome. You know, I love the vibe. Then you got Christmas. But it makes me think, all right, so we got Peter and we got Miles. Next obvious game should have Ghost Spider, right? You gotta get Gwen in there. I mean, my girl's got it going on, right? She is what's up. Plus, her suit is ballin'. I love Spider-Man. I mean, since I was a wee babe, I love Spider-Man. But Gwen's suit is dope. It's way dope. And so, figure the next game has to have Gwen, right? But then you kind of wonder, well, when should we set? Well, she's got white and pink. It's already kind of spring colors. And that makes sense, because we've had a fall game, we've had a winter game, so spring. Next iteration, that makes sense. So I think it would be cool if the game started right before St. Patrick's Day. So you kind of see all New York done up for that. Or you could even have it start with Gwen on vacation, like in Chicago, right? So you get the river all green and stuff like that. That'd be kind of cool. Something happens. Obvious foe makes sense here is Green Goblin, but you know, something happens. Goes back to New York because she needs to team up with Miles and Peter. Then maybe she finds out something happened to Miles and Peter, and they're not around. It's like, all right, we can't get this origin of Gwen story, right? But within that video game universe, that'd be dope. And then it kind of wraps up a few weeks later around Easter, right? Because you could do some fun things like Easter eggs in video games, have them do with Easter, right? Have like an Easter event where it's like a whole bunch of villains, like goons. They're all dressed up in like Easter bunny outfits, you know, so they're like going to rob a bank as a bunch of Easter bunnies. How freaking cool would that be, right? Gwen swinging in, stopping it all. Love it, right? I'm telling you, this game writes itself. It's begging for it. So, Insomniac, if you're listening, bring in my girl Gwen, right? That's what's next, I'm telling you. That's what's next. 100%. It's a blockbuster. All right, guys, we're getting close now. 0.9 miles, not Miles Morales, actual miles, distance miles. Got maybe about 20 more seconds, and we're coming down on it, on that mile, right? So you wanna push strong here at the end, get across that finish line. Probably there in 3, 2, 1. All right. You need to slow down. Don't just stop, okay? You don't ever want to just stop. I know you feel dead. Those legs are wobbly. But don't just stop. Because if you just stop, you cramp up. You gotta let your muscles kind of ease across the finish line, right? Take some deep breaths. Get that oxygen in your lungs. Just kind of come down a little bit. And we're done with our cardio for the day. All right.
All right, guys, we did it. Made it across that finish line. You know, sometimes you sprint across the finish line, sometimes you stumble, sometimes you crawl. I'd say today, I'm kind of stumbling across the finish line, but hey, we made it, and that's what's important. Sticking to those resolutions. We are going to get fit, damn it, and it is going to happen in 2023. So, thank you for hanging out, getting a little more fit today, nerding out about some stuff. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. See ya.